What is going on, everyone? Welcome to our Finance Tuesdays. We are kicking off a brand new series called the Blueprint to Financial Freedom. I am super excited about this series because it's going to be a long journey, but I am excited to share all the information. And the idea came from this book by Jerry Fetta. The name of this series is the Blueprint to Financial Freedom. So all the ideas, all the concepts that I'm going to be sharing is from this book. I'm going to give you my perspective, my experiences of using the tools he shared. And I just want to pass it on to you guys because I believe if we apply this blueprint, it's going to help us. It's going to grow us. It's going to make us better men. So the first thing we got to focus on, and it's in his chapter, is understanding money. Why do we need to understand money? Because we got to comprehend things, right? Think of a math problem, right? When you first learned math, you had to figure out, what was going on in the equation. You didn't just go in and say, oh, I know everything. Don't tell me what to do. No, you probably had some confusion, right? So once you understood the equation, once you understood how it all worked, then it clicked, right? You were able to apply the knowledge and do well with math, hopefully, right? So it's the same thing with money. We have to comprehend what's going on. So how do we understand money? Well, money itself is just a medium of exchange. Think about it. When you go to a restaurant, right? Let's just say you want to get some good food. Well, you're going to exchange that dollar at the restaurant for the food because what's it going to do? First, you're hungry, right? Second thing is the food there you really like. So the value you're getting out of that is good food, a good time, and just a good experience, right? And the dollar they're receiving that dollar based on the fact they're giving you something in exchange, right? It's a medium of exchange. You're always exchanging money with something, whether it's, maybe you like Disney Plus. Well, the value is what? You're getting entertainment and they're getting your money out of it. The problem is when we don't exchange with the right outlets, we become stuck. When we're constantly exchanging our money for the wrong stuff, we get trapped. I used to think money is simply this. You get a 401k, you get a nice little house, a nice job, and no debt. That was it. But there's more to it than that. There's a lot more to that. And we're going to jump into all this stuff because this book itself, I'm telling you, it's really changed me for the good. I've got peace of mind about my finances. I don't care what's going on with the economy. I have direction, right? And that's the same thing I want to do here. I want to make sure you guys have direction. So let's just do a quick history on money. So back in 1971, our currency changed. It used to be backed by gold. Now it's backed by the dollar. Well, when it comes to the federal bank, what they do is actually print this money. They're borrowing it and it has no real value. So what they do is they put it on credit and then they give it to us. And then when we put money in the bank turns around and uses that money to reinvest. And what happens? They charge us high interest rates on credit cards. They charge us high interest rates on student loans. They charge us all types of interest and they're making money off of us. They're profiting. Think of it like a river where the bank is just, giving us things, and we're consuming it, but they're profiting off of us, right? And we're going down this river and they're the ones just flowing. Well, what if we could reverse that? What if we could, be on top? What if we could change that whole concept? And we really need to think about this because we want to be the ones in control of our money. Every time, you pull money out of the bank, you don't get to see that money again, right? It's gone forever. You're never going to have that dollar again. What if I told you could? What if I told you could actually take your dollar and see it again in the future? And I'm going to get into that in a moment. First one I want to talk about is kinetic energy. So let's look at what kinetic energy means. Kinetic energy means the energy which a body possesses by virtue of being in motion. I'm going to say it again. The energy by which a body possesses by being in motion. So money is always in motion. It always is. Whether we put it in the bank or somewhere else, it's always going to have movement. But where should our money be moving? Well, if you think about, we talked about the bank, we obviously know the bank isn't the best place to keep our money. So where do people, store their money? They put it in, like I said earlier, 401ks. They put it in the bank, obviously. They put it in CDs and bonds. They put it in the stock market. They put it in cryptocurrency. They put it in real estate, gold and silver, and life insurance. What are the safest places to put your money? Life insurance, gold and silver, and real estate. Let's focus on life insurance. So I started what's called a sacred account 2 years ago, and it's a forced savings plan. So what I do is every month I put money aside in the account. And when I borrow from my policy, from my cash value, that money is still growing. It doesn't leave. It keeps growing at 3 to 5% every single year. And why do I borrow? Well, I borrow to pay off debt. That's the stage I'm in right now. They call it the debt buyout. And we're going to get into that in another video. So what's going on here? Well, the first thing is I'm freeing up that debt. The second thing is that money I'll see in the future. because I'm going to pay myself back. I know that's a crazy concept, but just follow me. I'm going to pay myself back. And then when I'm done paying off all my debt, the capital is going to be there when I'm done. If I decide to pay off debt to the bank, I'll never see that money again. If an emergency happens and I've paid off all that debt, I have no capital available. I have nothing to use. And guess what? I got to go back to square one and just borrow on credit. So that's why it's so important. We got to understand how this whole system works. We got to understand as men, hey, we really need to start thinking about where we put our money. And again, we're going to jump into all these different topics because, again, I want to make sure it's presented the right way and that you're given the right tools, because as a man, we want to provide. We want to take care of our family. We want to take care of the people around us. We want to contribute to our society. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are doing great. And if you have any questions, reach out. And also, if you want to know about the Sacred account, you can go to the series. I made 4 separate videos on that, and I'll see you in the next video.